I'm Edie Lush, Executive Editor of Hub Culture, and very pleased to be here with a good friend of Hub Culture, Dr. Tatiana Tarnowski. How are you?
I'm great.
Good.
Yes, it is way warmer.
It is warm in here. It may be cold outside, but we have warm hearts here in Hub Culture.
We have warm hearts.
And warm screens behind us.
Yes.
So, co-founder of Leaders on Purpose, you've been coming to speak to me about your journey. It's been fascinating to follow along. Tell me what is new, what's up for you for 2025?
Thank you so much, Edie. I think we all know we're living in a very, very exciting time on all levels of excitement, right? And for Leaders on Purpose, it's not different. In fact, after 8 years of convening multinational CEOs of the front line, pushing the boundaries of business as usual, community leaders in the world and innovators and visionaries, having some governments adopting some of our policy recommendations that come out of our group of Leaders on Purpose, where we really look strategically at what is the future of business and how can we strategically move towards better business models, to put it into context. This year, we're taking it to the next level. And so we will be convening all over the world this year in the Middle East. We're in Europe, we're in the US, we're in Africa, we're in Brazil. We're onboarding our multinational corporate members into our platform, and we are deploying the first MVP of the measurements of the purpose-first economy, or what we like sometimes to call in these days, what do we have to measure for so that humanity is ready to expand out into space and find those models that give us thriving.
So you can't change what you can't measure.
Exactly.
But tell me what you are measuring and what's important to look at.
Yeah, absolutely. Our focus on is really what are the leaders within our ecosystem doing. Of course, we do have our research arm that comes out every 2 years with patterns and insights from leaders really at the forefront doing the work. But what happens within the platform is really where the knowledge, the KPIs, the measurements of those organizations that are innovating themselves beyond ESG metrics, beyond sustainability metrics, but really looking from very innovative ways how to build the business of the future. This is what we're looking for, this is what we measure and include in our Leaders on Purpose benchmarking to start setting a standard in 2026 of a direction. But I think what's really important during this time, it is really about finding consensus and collective intelligence in this journey. And I think this is what's unique.
Give me an example of a group that you're excited about or a measurement that you've seen make a real difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there are two groups. One organization is called Vivo Barefoot, and I don't know if you know this organization, but they won also the Fast Company Award. They just came out with an incredibly impactful sustainability report. It goes way beyond what they have had to look at and to measure based right now on regulation. However, European-based regulation is coming, right? And so they would really look systemically into the implications of the resources on the ground, in the communities, within the ecosystem, from a nature-based perspective. And this is another huge aspect that we will see this year, nature first, right? How do we really understand and measure for that? So this is, for me, these kind of directions are very exciting. Another example, as you know, a great partner of Leaders on Purpose, Equity Group Holdings in Africa, where it's very complex in East Africa to understand the dynamics on the ground. So their model goes really to measure their impact and the touch points of the business model throughout the whole community, throughout the whole school systems and the hospital systems, up into the value chain systems to understand the value that they're creating, but also for the economy by the impact that they're doing that has, of course, for the future, clear business value. And this is what we want to show and to see. It just takes time to deploy that measures, but it's exciting to see those first outcomes coming to fruition and sharing it with the world.
I love it. Well, come back. Tell us how 2025 went for you.
Yes.
And we'll look forward to seeing you again next year. I know I'll see you around the world because I do. Tatiana, thank you very much for coming by the Hub Culture studio here. Glad to keep you warm in here. I'm Edie Lush. We'll be back with another guest soon.